Hello, everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Gold Crest Valley. And since last episode, I haven't done too much. I pretty much finished plowing up the field we were working on there last episode. And then we got the tractor out on the next field here. I did finish harvesting this field. And we're going to see what a hired worker does with this plow. Not entirely sure if it's going to work or not. I hired a worker there so I could get the screenshots there for last episode. And when he went to turn around there, he really was doing some weird turn maneuvers with the plow there. The plow was, he kind of jacked the whole thing up. So, not sure if this is going to work or not, but I thought I'd just give it a try. See how a hired worker does. Canola field is still not ready yet. I guess I might as well back tab here. So, no canola harvesting. I was hoping the canola would be ready here pretty quick, but it's not yet. So we're going to start, actually, you know what? Might as well just grab this tractor here. And we're going to grab the cultivator and work on getting, let's see, what number field is that? That is field 12. Field 12, that field cultivated and replanted. Well, looks like he's turning around over there. That's good. We'll grab the cultivator here. You know what? I don't suppose we can afford a larger cultivator, could we? Cultivators. We currently have... like that's the one we currently have, the Coon, which is 3 meters. We can go 4 meters. How much? 160 horsepower. No, we don't unfortunately have that much horsepower. So, okay. Yeah, our first purchase probably should be a bigger tractor then before we really get anything else. Probably should look at something in the 200 horsepower range or so for tractors. That's at least what most medium-sized equipment anyway is going to require. Okay, and I have a new mod here today. Hopefully it'll work. Oh, yes, it will. That's right, folks. I have the GPS mod. I mean, it's only been a couple days since or before it came out, but we do have it now. And boy, have I missed this mod. Definitely makes doing tasks like this, at least in my opinion, much more fun. Just turn on the active steer there. And like I said before, with the GPS mod, you can use it one of two ways. You can just drive yourself and follow the green line. You don't have to use the auto steer. Or you can simply use auto steer and the tractor will follow the green line. You don't have to do anything, so I'm like not touching anything at the moment. The tractor's automatically steering itself. Sounds like they got some new sound effects for it too. Not sure if I particularly like those sound effects. Now, the GPS does have auto turn feature as well, so it can auto turn at the end of the field. Typically, I never use that, at least in Farming Simulator 17 anyway, and never really did that good a job of turning around. So I've always done that myself. Now, from what I was seeing here, it looks like the GPS interface needs a little work yet. I mean, I am seeing some overlaying going on. Now, the buttons do look a little bit different. I'm assuming this is probably a beta version of the GPS mod. Controls are identical to what they were in 15, by the way, at least from what I've seen so far. But anyway, I figured what we do this episode here, folks, we'll maybe do a little bit of the field here, and then we'll go see what we can do for missions. See if we can find another mission here somewhere that would be good, and we can make a little bit more money that way. Looks like our hired worker on the plow is doing all right. He's turning around at least. Like I said, when I took the screenshots there, I hired the worker so I could get the screenshot with him moving. And yeah, when he got to the end of the field there, he went to back up, and yeah, he really jacked up that plow. I was like, whoa, that's interesting. And basically, for those of you not familiar with the GPS mod, it's a very simple little mod. As you can see, not much to it. It's just a couple red lines and a green line there. The green line is the center line. And then you got the GPS interface. Basically, what it allows you to do is steer your tractor, or if you don't want to steer the tractor, you can follow the green line as well. So we got it currently set to 3 meters, which is the width of our cultivator. And it's pretty much like GPS would be in real life. Although obviously you won't see the red and green lines on your field in real life. Okay, maybe we will call it good on this round here. I will hire a worker. A hired worker, by the way, turns off the GPS. So for those of you wondering there, turns off the GPS. And we'll just take a quick look at how our plowing hired worker's doing over here. Looks like he is making progress. Show you folks one thing here. Basically, a hired worker is not going to use this plow properly. Oh, yes, looks like he is having trouble turning around here, isn't he? Yeah, the hired worker can't quite back up with this type of implement, can it? But yeah, this hired worker at this point is using this plow completely in the wrong way. So for those of you wondering that, this is completely the wrong way to use this plow at the moment. Yeah, he's plowing in the wrong direction. And unfortunately, that's just the way the hired worker is going to be. In order for a hired worker to use it properly, it's going to need a flip plow. But anyway, he should be okay here, unless that tipper is going to get in his way. I wonder if that tipper might get in his way there. We'll have to move it if it does. Let's go see what we can find for some missions to do here so we can earn a little bit more money. We probably don't want a field like field 5. Maybe, oh, what do we got here? What about 1? What do we got on 1? Something, maybe 20 minutes or so. Spreading fertilizer. I've done that a couple times already, though that is about the right time length. Oh, probably a harvesting mission. Yes, harvesting mission with the CR1090. So it's going to take about 20 minutes. You know what? Let's... Yeah, why don't we do that one? That seems good. We'll start that job. Now, I'm curious here, too. Seeing how we have the hired workers going. Do our hired workers keep working? Yes, it looks like they do, because they're still on the field yet. The combine folded out here. Okay, and they say 20 minutes to harvest this field. Boy, this field doesn't look that big, but maybe it will. We'll see once. I know it's long. Oh, GPS mod. GPS mod. Of course. 13.2 meters. With no offset, that'll work. And looks like we are harvesting some canola here. And the New Holland CR1090, by the way, is the largest combine in the game, for those of you wondering that. The Case combine's about the same size with the exception of a smaller grain tank, unless they've changed it for Farming Simulator 17 here. I believe from what I've seen, it's pretty much the same combine from 15, both the CR1090 and the Case 9230. Anyway, we'll see if we can read a couple comments here. So obviously, the GPS mod makes it much easier for me to read comments, so I can glance away from the screen. And, you know, I can also change view. I don't have to worry about my steering. It's always really hard to steer, by the way, at least for myself anyway. If I'm facing the combine like this, it's like everything's inverted. Tyler was saying, when you are running the combine, can you lift the header when you turn, please? I believe I usually do. Not saying I don't forget sometimes. Or sometimes what happens, like I said before, folks, the one complaint I do have with the side panel, the Farming Simulator steering wheel and side panel, if you don't push the button well, it acts like a double button push. So you got to firmly push the button. Otherwise, let's see if I can demonstrate this here. No, it worked that time. Sometimes it won't work, but if I like, yeah, going up and down now, go figure. Oh, that time it didn't. So yeah, sometimes when you like push the button, it doesn't always, it like does a double push. It starts to go up and then it goes right back down again. So that's sometimes what happens. Jeffrey was saying the way you are saying about plowing is correct, although my dad had a slightly different way of saying it. He says throwing it out, meaning the dirt, or throwing it inside, or throwing it in, I guess. So yes, basically the same way I'm talking about there, throwing it in or throwing it out. He was also saying we only mold board plow for fun anymore. He was saying we have a big plow for the big tractor, but last year we hooked it up, put it in the ground, and the tractor was having a rough time. So yeah, the mold board plows are typically not as large as like chisel plows. Chisel plows, at least where I live anyway, are far more common, easier to pull, and obviously wider, go faster. Pretty much everything about them is easier. It was interesting though, last time I was doing some plowing here, it was Farming Simulator 15. Actually had a couple folks saying they were actually going back to the mold board plow. They were saying they actually got better results from that than the chisel plow. So that was kind of interesting. Phil in the box was saying, love your videos. Realistically, using that plow, the edges would not be straight on the fields plowing that way. Depender was saying GPS mod is out. Found it on Mod Hoster and FSUK. Life just got better. I have to agree with him. Now, the version of the GPS mod I got, by the way, folks, is from Thomas from the multiplayer server. I'm going to have to figure out where he got it from, and I will see if I can get you folks a link for it as well. Jay Robin was asking, how do you turn off the HUD when you take screenshots? Well, there are two ways. One, the HUD hider is out now, so the HUD hider, which is now Alt-1, will hide the HUD. It used to be Alt-H, by the way, in Farming Simulator 15, but it's now Alt-1. There's actually multiple options here for the HUD hider. Let's see if I can get this to show up. Maybe I can't. But Alt-1 to show or hide all HUDs. 2 to show and hide the help. Basically, there's all different HUDs that can hide here, which is kind of cool. But then before the HUD hider came out, you actually have the other option of, if you have developer mode on, and we tap through the options here, you go through the options and you do the GS toggle flight and no HUD mode. Turn that on. And now you can hide the HUD that way as well. It does basically the same thing. So before HUD hider came out, that is simply what I used. Just Use the built-in HUD hider, if you will, that comes with Farming Simulator. Izzy was saying, I see the GPS mod out is out. Ah, yes, so looks like a couple people have found it as well. Good. Justy Belgian Gamer was saying, awesome video on Gold Crest Valley. Really like the new machinery and the map. LO Leaf was saying, how do you get the furrows to go east to west? My furrows will only go north to south. Ah, very interesting. Yes, my furrows were going east to west, weren't they? Well, if you plow in the east to west direction, your furrows should go in the east to west direction. The only reason I can think they would not is if there's something wrong with the map, which I guess is possible with Farming Simulator. They might have some error in the map where it doesn't actually plow in the correct direction. I know that was a common problem there for modded maps. Every now and then you would see that where your planted or cultivated or plowed texture did not go the right direction. But that was usually on modded maps. Let's see what the inside of this combine looks like here. Looks pretty much identical, I would say, to Farming Simulator 15. Like I said before, folks, from what I've seen so far, not really noticing any major graphical changes to Farming Simulator 17. Looks very similar to what 15 did. Carson was saying to back tab, it is left shift plus tab, I do believe. Yes, you are correct. Surprising how many people actually do not know that. And you know what? I guess I probably shouldn't do it now either. We'll just keep harvesting here. I don't know if it even... it might work, maybe. But we better finish the mission before I demonstrate any tabbing or back tabbing. Kyle was saying, looks like that plow should fold out a little more. Looks like the plow is just plowing and then replowing. You know what? We'll have to check that. I don't think there was an option to fold out that plow. Kyle was also saying cars travel faster than your tractor now. At least on the main roads anyway. So yeah, good. It's about time the vehicles on the map actually go faster than your tractors do. I always said it was kind of ridiculous in Farming Simulator 15 where you could pass vehicles, you know, cars and trucks and stuff like that on the road with your tractor. Jack was asking, will the GPS mod be in Farming Simulator 17? Well, it is currently, so yep, it will be in Farming Simulator 17. And I'm sure, folks, if you're looking for any other mod, it will probably be out for 17 eventually. Just have to give it some time. The mods are slowly coming out for 17. You know, for example, the GPS mod is out now. Like I said, I think this is probably a beta version. I don't think this is the final one yet. From the looks of it, like I said, I'm noticing a few overlay problems and such. James was saying, great video. Personally, I would have worked around the strikeout for a while before finishing up with 2 lands at the side. That plow looks nice, almost identical to our 6-furrow plow. I would say for farmers, that's probably actually very common to see the 6 or 7 furrow plows. At least for the farmers that have moldboard plows anyway. Typically see the 6 or 7 bottom plow like that. Tanger Tug was saying, great video, and thanks for the plowing tip. Matthew was saying, like your videos. Thank you very much for that. Oh, and by the way, for those of you wondering about filling up on missions, at least with the combines anyway, I've been told you're not supposed to or shouldn't be able to fill up. And I guess if you do actually fill up, you can just dump it on the ground. I'm assuming that's an option. Chris was saying, nice video. Thank you very much for that. Jump Folk was saying, each mission you do for a farmer lowers his/her prices by 2%. So you can get a 20% discount if you complete enough missions for them. Not sure if you mean discount or increase in price, because discount does not sound like a good thing. Nebraska Farmer says use a grain cart. Don't worry, we will, as soon as we can afford one. There we go, last row here, and we'll have this field done. Definitely didn't take as long as they said it would take to do this field. You could probably thank the GPS mod for that a little bit. One thing I like about the GPS mod, pretty much eliminates most overlap and eliminates you from missing anything. Hey, great job. We got 9,518 and a time bonus of 6,562. Not too bad. Kind of a nice, easy job there. We might as well go back to our own farm here. And to demonstrate the tabbing here, if I tab once, it takes us to the combine here. Tab once again, takes us to the New Holland. Very dirty New Holland, I might add. And then if we shift tab, takes you back to the combine. So you can tab backwards and forwards between your vehicle. And like I said, I was actually surprised how many people did not realize you could do that. So for those of you who did not know you can do that, a little pro tip there for you. You can tab. Or let's say, oh crap, I wanted to go to the combine. Well, shift tab, back to the combine. So anyway, let's see where are our hired workers at. Looks like he is probably still plowing yet, I'm assuming. Thought he would have more of the field done by now. I guess not. Oh, actually, he might be stuck over here. No, he is going yet. Okay. Like I said last time, he was really jacking the plow up. He was almost flipping over. Okay, it looks like our case cultivating tractor is still working. Might as well get somebody on planting here as well. So we'll grab the New Holland for that. Oh, you are stuck on the tipper there. I was afraid of that. Let's unhire you a moment, and we'll disconnect that plow. Whoa, that jumped off there. We'll get this tipper out of the way here. And then we'll go back, pick up the plow. And we'll head over to the New Holland there. And like I said, we'll grab the seeder here. Uh-oh. Stuck on the 3-point linkage there. That was funny. And hopefully next time, too, when we're plowing, hopefully be able to afford a larger plow. Or maybe, like I said, maybe lease a tractor and get a larger plow. Out of curiosity, 64,000. How much will that get us as far as tractors go? Probably not much. We're going to get a Zetor Major 80. And I don't think there's much that's major about it. It's only 75 horsepower. Okay. Probably something like a New Holland T5. It's 100 and... No, it's only 99 horsepower. Okay. I was reading 165. That's fuel there. 99 horsepower. That seems kind of small for a New Holland T5. I thought that would have been bigger. Actually, you know what? You can probably... Yes, you can configure that one. So you can go up to 120 horsepower. Okay. Massey Ferguson, 105. Go up to 130 horsepower there. I think we're probably... Oh, there's the Dutes again. Probably going to have to look at something like a New Holland T6 here. Ooh, what's the Fendt 300? What can we go up to there? 313 for 138 horsepower. Still not very big. $165 horsepower. Now we're starting to talk there. Getting close. Fendt 700. Oh, we go up to the 724 for 240 horsepower. There we go. That's probably what... Whoa, $200,000 though. Ouch. Okay, so we're going to need some more money, folks. What a surprise. Okay, planter's in the other shed, I do believe. Yes, it is. Great Plains seed drill here. Or do we want the seed drill? Let's just check. What is a corn planter? Sowing machines. Amazon, is that a corn planter? Yes, it is. You can do sunflowers, soybeans, corn, and sugar beets. And the Great Plains can do soybeans. So you can actually plant soybeans either way. You can either plant it with a drill, or you can plant it row crop. Good to know. Maybe we'll actually get that. How much is the header for our combine? 12,000. Yes, definitely. Let's get the sewing machine there then. We're going to buy that. Double check here. Is there a larger one? That's for potatoes. We can afford the Vaderstad. 140 horsepower. We don't quite have that with our current tractor. I could grab the case, then it would be able to pull it. You know what? Let's get the Amazon. It's a new seeder. We haven't tried this one yet, so we'll get that one. Nope, so we don't need that on. Okay, and we'll go pick up our seeder here. And you know what, folks? I will go pick it up off screen, and we'll be back here in a moment once I have it back at the farm here. And then it'll probably be about time to wrap up the episode. Okay, folks, and we're almost back to the farm here. And while driving back, I got a message that Helper G was blocked by something, so we're going to figure out what that was about. It's nice that you actually get messages from hired workers now. They don't just, stop and, tabbing through. Oh, crap, he's been stuck for a while. No, you actually do get messages. So we're going to figure out what his problem was. I'm not sure which hired worker that was. It must have been the plow, I take it. I don't know, maybe the combine's in his way now? Guess we'll find out. Oh, you know what? I'm not sure. The only two hired workers I have going is this case and the other case on the cultivator. So he must have sorted his own problem out. Good for him. Anyway, let's refill the seeder here. One problem with buying a new seeder, it's now completely empty, so... Oh, and I have 2 seed bags, or 2 fertilizer bags. Or no, are these seed bags? Which ones are these? These are the seed bags. Okay, so I am going to need some more fertilizer bags. Okay. I don't think, anyway, I can refill from the other one, can I? Probably not. That would probably be for spray. At least I'm assuming that's how that's going to work anyway. Okay, so we are going to have to figure out how to transport some more fertilizer over here. I don't think there's actually a spot where you can actually just buy fertilizer that I know of. I know in Sosnovka you still have the seed pallets and fertilizer pallet there where you can simply just buy them. Okay, pellets. We need solid fertilizer bag. Big bag. These big bags aren't altogether that big, really. Yes, we'll take 2 of those, I guess. Okay, so here's the problem. I need to figure out how to transport them back to the farm here. Or I can go back and refill the cedar. That's probably what I'm going to have to do, folks. I'm probably going to have to drive back there and fill the cedar up there. I didn't realize I had any fertilizer here. I thought I had 1 bag left. Oh, well. Anyway, folks, I think with that, we'll wrap up the episode there then. I will go back to the shop there because I'm assuming that's where the bags are. And I will have to refill the cedar there. So anyway, with that, folks, have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.